In this video, we will study the concept of constant difference. On a bus to Malaysia, there were 2/5 as many adults as children at first. Adults, there are 2 units, and children 5 units. After 14 children and 14 adults boarded the bus, there were 3/4 as many adults as children in the bus. Adults will be 3 units and children 4 units. How many adults were there on the bus at first? Why is the concept of constant difference illustrated in this problem here? This is because an equal number of children and adults boarded the bus. Hence, the difference between the children and the adults remain unchanged. Let's use an example to understand this concept a little bit more. Suppose there were 3 children on the bus and 5 adults at first. The difference here is 2. Then 2 children and 2 adults boarded the bus. Now we have a total of 5 children and 7 adults. The difference between them is still 2. And suppose we have another 4 children and 4 adults who boarded the bus. The total for children is now 9, and adults we have 11. The difference between them is still 2. Since equal number of children and adults boarded the bus, the difference remains to be 2. Likewise, when 4 children and 4 adults boarded the bus, the difference is still 2. With this, we can try to solve the question now. I will use the unit method and the model method side by side so that we can visualize it a bit better. Let's have this frame ready. This is the BCA frame, which stands for before, changed, and after. You may just use B, C, and A. Before, that means before any adults and children boarded the bus, there were 2 units of adults and 5 units of children. The difference between the units is 3 units. Then we have 14 adults who boarded the bus, so I will put plus 14, and this is an actual number of adults. Okay, so I'll put a bracket. So plus 14 adults, and 14 children boarded the bus. So I will put plus 14 with a bracket to indicate that these are actual number of adults and children. And then, after the adults and children boarded the bus, we have 3 units of adults and 4 units of children. And what's the difference here? The difference here is 1 unit. Since the difference should remain constant, the difference should remain unchanged, we have to make this 3 units and 1 unit to be the same. Hence, this whole row here, I will times 3. I will get 9 units, 12 units, and 3 units. From 2 units of adults, I get 9 units of adults. That means I added 7 units. From 5 units of children, we get 12 units of children. That means we added 7 units. Hence, we can see here that 7 units is equals to 14 adults, and 7 units is equals to 14 children. Let's put that down. So 7 units is equals to 14. Now moving on to the model. At first, there were 2 units of adults and 5 units of children, as seen here. And then we have to add 7 units of adults and 7 units of children. So let's do that. we have 7 units of adults and 7 units of children. We added 7 units of adults and 7 units of children. And the difference still remains unchanged, which is 3 units. And since we added 14 children and 14 adults, we can deduce that 7 units is equals to 14. So 1 unit will be 14 divided by 7, which is 2. The question wants us to find how many adults were there on the bus at first. That means we have to find what is 2 units, because there were 2 units of adults on the bus at first. So 2 units will be 2 times 2, and that gives us 4. The answer is 4 adults on the bus at first. Question 2. In class 5D, 1/3 of the class are boys and the rest are girls. That means the class has a total of 3 units. 1 unit are boys, the rest are girls. Since the total unit in the class is 3 units, boys is 1 unit, hence girls will be 2 units. So this, again, we set up this frame, and then we can just put B, C, A to represent before, change, and after. So let's put down the units for before. That means before the change. That will be 1 unit for boys, 2 unit for girls, and the difference is 1 unit. Okay, and then I have set up this model here for us to visualize it. Now, what's the change? 3 girls and 3 boys left the class. So we minus 3 boys and we put a bracket because this is real number of boys, actual number of boys, and minus 3 for girls. So 3 boys and 3 girls left the class. There are now 2/5 as many boys as girls. That means boys is 2 units and girls will be 5 units. So we will put here 2 units and 5 units. And what is the difference? The difference is 3 units. And again, the concept here is difference unchanged because the same number of boys and girls left the class. We have to make this 1 unit and 3 units to be the same. So for this first row here, I will multiply by 3. I will get 3 units, 6 units, and 3 units. From here, we can see that the boys initially was 3 units and it became 2 units. That means the boys minus 1 unit. For the girls, initially it was 6 units and it became 5 units. So the girls minus 1 unit. That means that 1 unit is equals to 3 girls or 3 boys. How many children were there in the class in the end? And we are looking at 2 units of boys and 5 units of girls in the end. So that will be 7 units altogether. So 7 units will be 3 times 7, and that gives us 21 children in the class in the end. Over to the model. In the beginning or before the change, we have 1 unit of boys and 2 units of girls. Now I will slice one of this unit into 3. And this corresponds to this part here, because initially we have 1 unit of boys and 2 units of girls. But we multiply by 3 for the first row. For all these units in the first row, we multiply by 3 and we get 3 units of boys, which is here, and 6 units of girls, which is here. And then we have to take away 1 unit. So we remove 1 unit for boys and 1 unit for girls. And this 1 unit is 3 boys, this 1 unit is 3 girls. And now we have 2 units of boys left, 2 units of boys, and we have 5 units of girls. And that's what we see here, 2 units and 5 units. Okay, this 3 here is actual number of boys. So 1 unit is equals to 3 boys. And this 3 here is actual number of girls. So 1 unit will be 3 girls. And to find the number of children in the class in the end, it will be 2 units plus 5 units. That will be 7 units. So 3 times 7 is 21. And that's the answer to this question.